Nice.
It is a weird thing that like those three villains in a row, which were huge patches of like the show, all did the exact same thing. All had transformations, like three.
Yes.
Like Frieza had 3 transformations, Cell had 3, Boo had fucking
Frieza
4
has
or 5.
4 because he comes back.
Whoa.
Well, Cell has 4 because he does that thing where he gets big and balloony to explode. That was another one. He like goes back to 2, but it's a different version of 2.
Oh yeah, it's that fat one.
Is anyone still listening to this podcast? Right?
No, probably.
There's 2 people who are fucking loving it.
Let's go to the post show.
I don't want to be popular.
GMat.
Is there anything for dessert or something?
Oh, Mario!
Oh my god!
Woo.
Hometown Spider-Man.
Yay. I need help with doing a push-up.
This is still going?
Yep. All right, Ben, lead us on some guided meditation. Just put us in the mind space.
Okay. So everyone, just sit down.
Oh, please, thank you.
And shut up.
Yep.
Shut your fucking mouth. Just sit down. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut up.
Sorry.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry, get your bit of mic in front of me.
Just sit with your eyes closed in a comfortable position and shut the fuck up
You got it.
for 1 fucking second.
Sorry, I've shut up now. No more talking.
Everyone just focus on your breathing and make sure that that breathing isn't contributing to making any fucking noise, any sort of words, any sort of whistling fucking noise. Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Just shut your fucking mouth for 1 fucking second, for fuck's sake. You don't always have to be fucking saying something about something, or commenting on something, or touching your fucking phone, or commenting on something on your phone, or reading something, or thinking about anything. Don't fucking look at me.
This was pointed.
Shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
Just be for a moment
I'm being.
without running your fucking yap.
Shut. Zip lid. Throw the key.
Or your internal yap. Any yap. Stop fucking breathing. Shut up. Relax. Or I swear to fucking God, I fucking can't believe this. Can't even fucking sit there and relax. You gotta sit there and fucking stress out and think about shit. You can't just not fucking think for 2 fucking seconds. Jesus Christ, what a fucking embarrassing situation. Yeah, breathe if you've got to breathe. If you need to breathe, breathe. But don't fucking stress about it. Just fucking breathe, for God's sake. Don't make a fucking big deal about it. Just breathe into your lungs like a regular fucking person on a regular fucking day. In and out. Without making yourself a fucking victim about it. Just shut up and exist in your life without having to make some fucking narrative about how you're special. You're not special. You're not interesting. Just shut the fuck up. And think about how you've shut the fuck up for 1 fucking second. And enjoy that. Now you feel a lot calmer now?
Yeah, I do.
You fucking better.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
On tomorrow's lesson,
Yep.
we'll be doing the same thing but better, or else.
Or else.
Ooh, GMat. Yay.
Hello and welcome to episode 215 of the GMat podcast, starring Willem Dafoe.
Okay, I'm not the best at this, but maybe something like,
Oh, would you like me to park your car?
Today's episode of the GMat podcast is brought to you by our merch. I'm wearing one of the hoodies right now. Go get yourself one at teespring.com/stores/therealgmat. You'll love them. That intro was made by, who knows? Why put a name on it? But if you'd like to submit an intro, send it to contact@therealgmat.tv or submit it in the Discord. Send them through. We're empty. We've run out. If you want to support the show, get access to some extra content, including a 2-hour jazz podcast Ben and I did yesterday. Go to patreon.com/. The GMat podcast. Thank you. Got the music. Welcome, everybody. My name's Matt. I'm the host of the GMat podcast. I'm joined on my right by Ben J.
Thank you so much.
Across from me by Aidan Jonathan. Laying on Aidan Jonathan's lap, Ellie. And Beck's not here today. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on this weirdly cold inside, weirdly hot outside day. Yeah, I wore a hoodie out. It was a mistake.
And it's hot outside.
It was a mistake.
It's nice. It's warm.
Yeah, I did like it. I did like going out into the sunshine
Beautiful
for a
and
little
sunny.
bit. How are you, Ben?
Yeah, I'm fine, man.
Yeah.
Yep. Could do with a nap, but you know, that's life.
Can't win them all.
You can't win them all.
How are you, Aidan?
Yeah, I'm right.
Tired?
No, I think I'm stressed.
What are you stressed about?
I just got a lot to do. A lot. I wasn't planning on an hour-long drive. I really had my day worked out. And I had an hour-long drive.
No traffic. How long's the drive?
From there to here? I don't know. Probably half hour.
Yeah, doubled.
It's just doubled.
It's not good.
No, in the morning it was not too bad. Because I got there at probably 8.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not too bad. I was there in about half hour. Yeah.
Off in nowhere.
It's just annoying. The roads that you have to take there are just like notoriously shit. Like real bad. Like North Road sucks.
No, not going to do that.
Local traffic talk, but you know, it just sucks. So you know, I'm just trying to mentally figure out what I have to do.
I thought you were making it when you messaged and you said it's gonna take an hour long. I thought you were making a joke about the corner there. The street, I can't name the street, but the one where Ben got in the fight with the
do you
guy.
know there is roadworks though on the other one next to the petrol station? There are roadworks.
Oh yeah, I drove through this today.
Yeah, and they stopped me, and I was there for about
Did they?
3 minutes. Yeah,
They didn't stop me.
and that's that. By then, I had sort of I gripped the steering wheel and was pretty much vibrating with anger because it was already taking forever. I got a couple of phone calls that were like, "You ready to make sure that everything's done by this time?" And I'm like, "No, like absolutely not. Everything's been pushed back."
Mm-hmm.
I sent out all those text messages, and people were like, "Oh, I'm not sure." Fuck you.
Who's
It's just
waiting
got
on
like
you?
I had dinner plans, and then I had to meet up with someone from uni to figure out an assignment that we have to do. But she's a friend, so I was like, "Hey, it's just going to be later. Is it alright if we do an hour?" She's like, "I'm not sure." It's like, fuck off. It's from now. It's instead of 7:30, it's 8:30. It's not like I'm asking you to do it at 12. Shut up.
Just don't do the podcast next time if it's going to get in the way.
No.
It's jazz. It's
No.
free. It's freewheeling jazz.
No,
be here when you can be
No,
here.
I liked it.
But don't. Yeah, I knew you would. But don't let it get in the
Speaking
way.
of jazz, what the fuck is this jazz podcast you done yesterday?
We're big jazz fans.
Well,
Did you what do you mean jazz podcast?
so Ben, I was in here editing a Elder Scrolls 2 video.
Elder Scrolls 2,
2 Daggerfall.
Daggerfall.
I was like, why not? I'm going to play this game.
That's fair enough.
Great video, by the way. Really, really good.
Yeah.
And I had editing eyes. I was dressed like shit.
Yeah.
And then Ellie started going off, and I heard a man's voice in the house, and I went, "Oh fuck!" And I went out, and by the time I got there, I went, "It's Ben." I walked out. The second he saw my face, he went, "It's not today, is it?" He knew immediately.
That is very funny.
He was all
Your
dressed up.
face in the picture that was sent to the podcast made me wheeze with laughter because it's like a man that knows he's done. It's like a stupid mistake, but it's not even that big of a deal. It's just a little embarrassing.
I think you've made the most.
He's done that twice. Remember, he sat outside the house.
Oh,
Yeah.
at least twice. The other one was just an hour though, wasn't it?
Something like
No,
that.
the other one was
Because I called him and left a voicemail.
That's right. It was like but it was like you didn't go home. It was like, because coming the day before is like, oh, well, at least I'm here. Let's shoot the shit for half an hour and I'll go home and we can just call it a visit. But
Well, that's what I tried to do. I tried to make him a cup of tea. And he's like, "I'm here to work. I got my nice jacket on.
oh, no,
Let's make some
He got me a
content."
cup of tea. I drank it. It's right
That's
there.
true. It's true.
it's right.
Still
there,
warm. I was here
still.
so recently.
So did you do like you freeform jazz it?
We just talked about like behind the scenes stuff and just
Oh,
It
I
was
thought
very-
you meant it was literally a jazz.
no, he just kept calling
We
it
both had our
jazz.
berets on.
He said,
Yeah, I
"Let's
thought
not,
you were like skibbity-bop-bop-da,
It was all just like loose improv, you know, like
let's
a
not
smoky.
let's not worry about it being boring as well, because there was quite a lot of boring bits."
Oh yeah, there was a lot of we would just say jazz cast, you know.
So
What
it's
else?
just-
What else is going
Just
on?
for the Patreon people.
Yeah, so a little bit of like how we actually talk to each other.
It's a real laid back, yeah, kind
Because
of.
we're quite boring when we talk to each other.
It depends. We have
No,
moments.
we're not boring.
There was some funny. There was a couple.
We oscillate between podcast and jazz, I think. This is very not dissimilar to how we would talk normally,
This.
but we wouldn't be talking about how we're talking. The subject matter is not, but the energy is kind of.
But we sort of thought we would do like a 0.5 every now and again. So I'll put it on Patreon, and then in like 10 weeks, I'll put it on the main page as a 0.5 episode.
Yeah.
Just like every now and again. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit sexual, wasn't it? That wasn't even meant to be sexual.
I thought you just got killed in a video game.
I haven't moaned in a video game in a long time.
I haven't moaned in a video game.
Well, I
in
used
a long
to.
You know what
like,
happened?
it was a real problem, but now we're playing Age of Empires, and I'm not like, oh, I don't have enough wood. Like, well, that's funny.
Remember yesterday when we were playing? Well, we were going to play, and
Yeah.
then you were like, I just got to finish this match. I was like, okay, I'll edit a video. And I'm editing while he's playing. So we're not talking to each other, but we're in the Discord together. And I had sound coming through my ears, and I paused it to do something in the edit, and I just heard. He still does it. He still breathes when he's focusing.
Oh my god, they're gonna plant the bomb
He
at
still
me.
breathes when he's focusing. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you still.
Do you know what I recently discovered?
weirdo.
I have a deviated septum, and I can't breathe through my nose like anybody else.
Aidan, that's so weird that you say that.
Why?
Because the only note I have this week is about me getting a camera into my nose and throat.
Oh, no.
For what reason?
I've had the throat.
Why do I need to have a reason to do everything?
You're getting the Sony X3000 up there.
Sony Triple X 3000.
Fuck
Wow.
yeah.
Went
Why
to
are you,
the
why are you getting an eye and ear and throat doctor?
eye and ear and throat and nose doctor. Just ear and nose and throat issues.
Fair enough.
Do you want?
Is
do,
it
do
for
you not
like
want to share
deviated
them?
septums?
Well, that was just a part thing. Like, by the way, deviated septum could be an issue. It's not too bad, but it's definitely there.
What is a deviated septum?
Don't know,
But
but
the top of it, like like your nose bit after the cartilage, I believe, is a little small. Like it's supposed to go straight, but it's deviated. So your nostril, you can't breathe. So if I breathe like this, you can hear me breathe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not clear. But if you do, this is going to be a good. If you go like this, there's no sound when I breathe.
Get your
So
thumbnail for this week.
Is that an easy? Should I be able to?
You should be able to breathe directly through your nose without making without any blockages. Right? Is it just clear and easy to breathe through your nose all the time?
I think so.
Yeah, mine's not. Mine
If I go,
always feels.
then it's hard.
Utility!
But if I just
I
breathe,
always
then
feel like there's a blockage, and I learned. Do you know how they fix it? If you've got one, you ask them to fix it. They burn it away.
oh
Wow.
Lord.
How fucked is that? All right, Aidan, just stay there.
Yeah. I'm just going to put this cigarette up your nose for a minute.
You punk bitch.
So wait, are you comfortable showing why you got a camera up?
Yeah, I
your
just
nose?
constantly have a sore throat on the side. It's
Oh,
like
okay.
inflamed, and then it goes kind of into my ear.
Oh wow. So,
But
so like,
luckily, the doctor said it seems fine, so I don't know. It's just weird.
Do you know? I mean, I'm not a doctor. Do you know what the idea is? Because I might have an idea.
Go on.
I have this theory, right? Because
Here we go.
you've been having some tummy issues, which I'm
Yeah.
quite familiar with. You've also been on the podcast when I noticed it. You've been clearing your throat all the time.
oh yeah, I know exactly what it is.
Yeah, I think you have acid reflux. 'cause
100%. You got bad reflux.
I get a sore throat from
Oh,
acid
well,
reflux.
the working thing we have is that it's acid reflux, and also because of my nose, he reckons I fall asleep and start breathing through my mouth,
Me too.
and so it dries it out, and so it's like getting it from both ends.
Do you wake up with a dry tongue?
No, just the throat and whatnot.
Oh,
So
I woke up with a dry tongue this morning.
Famously
It's real
moist
weird.
mouth, me.
What I've just ordered is a mouth tape. It's apparently a thing.
Oh, taping your mouth is.
Tape my mouth shut.
Yeah.
It's a thing that people.
Why don't you
that-
just use regular tape?
Well, because this one's special. It like stays on. If you have a beard as well, it's good
Marketing
for
with
beard.
fucking Nike tape.
Don't know. I
Like
just
just
you
tape
bought
it.
in case you got a beard.
yeah, but like I just meant like that's
On
what
the
I
off
remember.
chance that all of my genetics suddenly flip on their head.
Plus, it's just for your lips, and it like goes on and it stays on all night. And it
Oh,
comes off.
that must be horrifying. Beck's gonna roll over and you're gonna be like,
So, if I'll tell you if it's any good, apparently it helps you sleep. It like makes your sleeps really fucking great, and
I'll
it'll
just
stop you from
suffocate.
breathing through my mouth.
I'll just suffocate to death.
Acid
So
reflux.
anyway, he got the camera, and he puts the camera up there.
Can we just acknowledge that I caught because your tummy issues and you clearing your throat? I was like, he's got acid reflux. like me.
pretty impressive.
That was astute of me. Thank
it
you.
was very astute.
Don't you have the same thing?
That's what I mean. I noticed it in you. That's astute.
He noticed it. Why are you saying astute?
Is it not astute?
Yeah, I would say astute.
I say astute.
Literally with a CH instead.
I like to change things up and say things wrong. 'Cause I'm an idiot.
Astute.
Astute. Anyways,
Astute.
so I
Astute.
And you have a sore
Perfect
throat.
for this. Perfect.
So
Perfect for this, perfect for
I often
shush.
have a sore throat. Don't eat like close to bed as well. Have you been eating close to bed?
Oh my
I usually eat at the
what are you, my
table.
mum?
All right, so you got the camera down.
So what? Eat a bunch of stuff and then just sit in bed waiting for 3 hours.
wait 4 hours after you eat to go to sleep.
Did you eat dinner the other day when you said
So
I
I just have
forgot
to
eat
sit
dinner?
there with an empty plate of chicken in my
Yes.
bed.
Aha!
No,
J'accuse.
I'm not saying I'm good at it. I'm saying this is what you're supposed to do.
I know what the rules are.
I don't do it.
Matt we're playing a game of everybody's go, God, I'm hungry. I was like, okay. And then he goes, oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. I haven't eaten at all today. It was 11 o'clock at night.
Yeah, it was one of those days where like I messaged back and I was like, "What's dinner tonight?" And we're like, "All right, we're going to be working late. Let's sort ourselves out." And I didn't sort myself out.
Right.
Camera in the nose.
Camera
uncomfortable
in the
is it?
nose.
Yeah, so he puts the camera there. He's like, lean forward, big breath in. He's like, yeah, look, if you look at the TV, it's really tight up here. Like, this is going to be painful. Oh. He's like, your nose is really, really swollen. Do you have allergies? I'm like, get really bad hay fever and
Yeah.
maybe some allergies. He's like, yeah, it looks like it. I'll give you a nasal spray for that to try and inflame it.
Yeah.
And he like starts shoving it down, and my eyes immediately just. I had to close them, and there was just tears going down my face. He's like, "Yep, you're doing well. I'm sorry. This is the pediatric camera. This is the smallest one we have, and it's still super tight." Big breath in, and I breathe in, and he shoves it down my throat. I'm like, and he's like, "Now say eat." I'm like,
Oh,
trying to
he's
say
looking at
eat.
your vocal cords.
Yeah.
That's
And
bad.
he's like, try it again. It's just like making this Chewbacca noise. He's like, now go, "Yee," and I go, and I'm like, it's like, yeah, nearly there. Just constant waterworks down my face. It's like, one more, doing really well. I'm sorry, this is the baby camera. We don't have a smaller camera than this, so it's just we're just gonna have to do it with this one. I was like, okay, it's all right. And coming out, and I was like, what? It was full on.
Yeah.
COVID test hurts.
Yeah,
hurt.
that's what
Like-
he got to the COVID test point, and he's now
Yeah.
like, and now big breath in. I was like, we're not done. Like, oh no, we're not done.
You're not touching my brain yet?
No.
Because you really feel like you're touching my brain right now.
Mm-hmm.
Just they got to like here for COVID, and that hurt. Like it hurt.
Oh, yeah, it didn't feel good.
Because like nothing ever touches that. It's so sensitive in there.
so dry. Get that out of me.
Oh God, lube it up or something.
When I got the camera, when I lost my voice for 6 months, and I went to see if there was any vocal damage, they put the camera down, did it.
You also 6 months.
Yeah,
He
it was
didn't.
gone
Like,
for-
he couldn't sing.
couldn't
properly.
sing. Sorry, yeah.
Oh.
But also, if you listen, what I noticed when I listened back to old Twitch clips, it was in my voice a little bit.
Yeah, it was definitely in your voice,
Yeah.
but you hadn't lost your voice. You just
No.
sounded haggard.
Yeah.
Horse.
And I couldn't. There was a range blockage and dead notes and all kinds of shit. It was crazy.
What was it?
Dead notes, range
It was
blockage.
it was acid reflux in the end. Right?
Acid reflux was
Yeah,
what was
right.
causing it. So I got the camera down, and same thing. They make you do the run, and except I had to do. They will ask me to do some scales, and I could do scales any other day, but it was that thing.
Yeah.
And I went. Yeah. And then when I was done, she said, "You're lucky we didn't have to go through your nose."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because apparently.
Oh, they did. They just went straight down the throat.
Yeah, then when I was like, this one just went in.
Yeah, how could you possibly sing with
Yeah.
That's fucked.
Again, when I try to go, oh.
You remember the story I told you when some guy I was sleeping with a man and he said he wanted pizza. We were gonna order pizza and we were having sex and he was like, "Do you want to order the pizzas?" And I was like, "Okay." And then he said, "Order the pizzas while you're sucking my dick," and then I did.
And
Uber
then
Eats.
I did.
Yeah,
Because I'm
No,
a,
no.
you're a people pleaser.
on the
Oh.
phone.
Okay.
Hi,
Oh.
hi there. Can I please have
Okay, that makes sense.
2 pepperonis? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's wild.
I assumed it was just like Uber Eats.
yeah.
No,
But like, that's
no,
that's funny. That's quite funny.
yeah, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that, I can imagine how hard it would be to sing
Yeah.
with a thing down
With
your
it,
throat.
yeah. It's basically, yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
Imagine
I
if
can
you
barely
were-
brush my tongue.
getting, our,
Yeah.
getting our thing done, and they're like, now order me a pizza. Like, oh.
I literally spent this morning battling with my toothbrush to brush my tongue,
Oh, it's hard.
and I find it harder in the cold.
Another.
Is that weird?
Why is it cold in the shower?
I wasn't in the shower.
Oh, that's so weird. The way I assumed you were in the shower when I brush my teeth,
No,
because that's what I
usually
do.
brush my teeth in the shower, but I didn't brush my teeth in the shower.
That's
this
like my
morning.
brain.
Why was it so cold in my shower?
My brain didn't even compute that other people wouldn't do that.
Also, it's really upsetting. Do you, if someone's washing dishes in your house and you're showering, does your hot water go away?
bold of you to assume that if I was in the shower, dishes would be being washed. Yes. Yeah. Any water gets run. Toilet gets flushed.
Oh, really?
Goes,
It's
yeah.
fucking... Surely we're past that point. What's going on? It's 2022. I shouldn't be running out of hot water.
I think it's
bullshit.
because the pipes under the ground haven't changed since...
It's so...
Fuck it.
but
My
why is the
house is
pipes
kinda
under
new.
Why isn't it the pipes under the ground? Isn't it your hot water system?
No, it'd be pressure because the amount of water going in the pipe, if it's going to two different places, the pressure drops when it gets to when it splits off.
So it's
I
just
would
like,
assume.
all right,
I don't
hot
know.
water's going that way because my shower goes just cold.
I'm no plumber.
Yeah,
I don't know what my fucking water pressure drops if it rains outside. It's so fucking sensitive.
Really?
Not really.
Do you
no,
have bad water pressure?
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah,
I think because
it's-
I'm upstairs
It's pretty much
because of gravity and
I have
everything.
great water.
the worst
Whatever.
thing. Do you?
Yeah, this shower sucks dog shit. That shower in there.
Are they the same?
That
Are
shower.
they the
It's
same?
good.
Are they the same shower
It's
heads?
your shower.
No, different shower.
The shower head plays a part.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Shower.
big part, big part.
Seen those ones online?
No.
There's those ones that come out and like, you know
Like
what I
they
mean?
spin?
Yeah, like it's like
That's
they
cool.
like spin. So when it comes out, it's like a lattice of water that's like,
I want to
apparently that like hypes up your water pressure.
I want to
Yeah.
get one of those rich ones where it like sprays you from the sides and the top, like rainwater ones.
Oh yeah,
I've
you
showered
just
in one of
stand there
those.
and
Go.
T-pose.
So you haven't had the camera and you've showered in one of those.
I've showered in one
Lucky
of those.
boy.
I've
Privilege.
I've had the shower in one of those, and to be honest, it's pretty good. But I like the ones that come from the top.
Does it not also come from the top?
So there's a couple.
Okay.
The ones that this is a
Because I
friend
also
of
need
mine.
the top. I don't want just the sides.
Yeah.
I'm not a crazy
No,
person.
there are,
Yeah.
but there's ones you can have that are like rainfall. That's the one that I want.
That's the
That's
shit.
amazing. Those are amazing. I
Not enough
really
pressure.
dig it. It's you can get them with pressure because they don't just drop. They don't just use the gravity.
Okay.
I
They're just
sta-
coming from above.
I stayed in a hotel once, a fancy hotel, and like I shit you not, the entire roof of the shower was.
Yeah,
rainfall.
It's so fucking good.
So it was like having a shower head that was as wide as I could walk in the shower. It's fucking amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. I just think when I buy a house or if I build a house or eventually when I'm 100 years old, I'm going to invest heavily in my bathroom.
There's gonna be a lot of time.
Could have a good
spent.
shower.
You've got to heavily invest in your bathroom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like have a shitty bedroom, have a great bathroom. The shower. I just don't want one of these anymore. I've had enough.
You've had it. You're done.
I want one of them.
2023.
And those ones.
None of these.
2023, none of those. Thank you.
No worries.
And these ones are good, but depending on the pressure, because some of them could be too much. And the love handles are a little sensitive.
Smooth
God,
transition.
Oh, speaking of Sherpas, I was hanging out the other day with a couple of friends.
Were they Sherpas?
No, but they were saying our 30ths are coming up. They're not. I'm 27. I've still
Yeah.
got 3 years. They're not coming up. Fuck you. My 28th is coming up. Right? Next year, by the way. And they said, what should we do? We should do like a whole, for our 30ths, we should do something exciting. And I was like, what? Go out and drink? They're like, no, we should
Good jobs with Sherpas.
climb a mountain.
Oh.
I was
Do they even hike?
What? No, none of us hike. They all look like me. Actually, that's not true. I am the least fit of all of them. They're all pretty fit, but they don't hike. They were like, we should hike to base camp at Everest. And I was like, first of all, do you have any idea how much money that is? Guess, because I looked it up. How much money do you think it costs to go to base camp on Everest?
Just the trip,
Is base camp at the bottom?
Base camp is not at the bottom.
Where's base
Base
camp?
camp is the camp you get to before you say, all right, I'm going to try and go to the peak.
So that's like the place where tourists stop.
You're not a tourist. You're going to base camp. It's
Oh.
like
It's the place
it's
where
like-
there's no dramas.
It's the place.
Everywhere after that, there's problems.
Okay, so that's what we thought. First of all, how much, not to fly to Nepal, not to get all the travel expenses,
So-
how much to pay to get to base camp
And
From
what does
where?
that include?
from the bottom of the mountain to say, excuse me, I'd
okay,
like
at
to
like
try.
the little Nepalese village.
Yeah.
We go up and
You have to buy permission. You have to get permission to go up. How much is that?
$3 grand.
Does that come with like gear and and people to guide you? Like is that all
I
included?
don't know if it comes. It definitely comes with Sherpas and things, and it gives
Okay.
you like
It wouldn't be gear. You'd have to get your own
I
gear.
believe you have to bring your own gear.
It would be the food and
Let
the
me
Sherpas.
just triple check this because my memory.
$10,000.
Okay.
I was
That's
gonna
just
say
just to base camp.
yeah, I know, but I was gonna say like $30,000, like some ridiculous thing that people. But I'm gonna go $15,000. I hope I didn't blow it by going too high.
It is. I found it the other day. Oh, you blew it.
Sorry.
It's between $3,000 to $4,500. So you were. What did you say?
He's a
3.
3.
3, right? So you bang on. But how long does it take to get to base camp?
3 days.
3 days?
10 days?
10 days? 18.
There you
Ooh.
go.
That's 18 days to get to base camp.
I watched the Sherpa docker. You guys watch that?
No.
Pretty interesting.
No, those people go up a lot.
There's a lot of
don't
like conditioning and shit they have to do before they even go.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then
like
on the way,
breathing.
they're like acclimatizing to the altitude and
Yeah.
shit. It's
That's probably why it takes 18 days.
It's wild because you can't. Yeah, you might get altitude sickness and things. And they say 4 out of 100 people, I believe the stat is, die on the way to base camp. So it's still
have, like,
dangerous.
brain hemorrhages and shit because of the lack of oxygen. Yeah,
Yeah, it's still you could get altitude sickness, and then you're sick. You're really sick, and they're like, we have to get you off the fucking mountain right now, and you can't run down the mountain because that'll get you worse. You'll get the bends. No, that's coming up from the water.
yeah, but it's similar to that. It's
Maybe
like
you
the
can get the bed.
pressure and shit like that. It just fucks with you.
Oh my god, remember that story of those divers that the person opened the door wrong?
Oh, yeah, and like their eyes popped out or something.
No, they all just shot through a tiny hole
Oh,
in the
yeah.
thing in the door.
You know.
Because they're like, the divers come in, they're really acclimatizing from deep sea diving, and you got to move and quick, just acclimatize. But essentially, someone just goes like, "Hey, how's everybody?" Just opens the window, and they're all like,
Oh my
and just shot through
Through a
it.
pinhole.
Are you guys pressurized?
Yeah, like it would have been that noise. They would have fucking gone.
Yeah.
Oh, pressure's weird.
Yeah, there's a thing under the ocean. I can't remember what it's called.
Delta P.
Delta P, which is like people go down there to work on some
Pipes.
kind of pipes that run at the bottom of the ocean.
Oil pipes, aren't they?
Oil
something
pipes,
like that.
yeah, energy, like
Air
energy
pipes,
all sorts
internet
of things.
pipes.
But
There's
they can-
heaps of pipes in the ocean.
They can get
So
like
many pipes.
cracks or holes in them and stuff, and then they like the divers who go down to the work on them, if they just get too close to it, they'll go
Yeah,
just go
yeah.
straight through these
So
holes.
it's like it's the pressure difference between in the pipe and out of the pipe, and then essentially if there's
Just
a
have to
hole
weld
in
it
it,
like this.
yeah, if there's a hole in it, it can just suck you through that hole.
And there's this video, the Delta P released a video of a crab walking over it, and the crab just goes, and it's just gone.
Is it the pressure of the ocean, like all the pressure of the water on top of you, suddenly having a place to go, and you get pulled in?
I don't know how many times I have to
Can't
tell you this. We're not plumbers.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's like when you're in the bath and you pull out the plug and all the water goes into the hole. But
Is there
it'd be
anything?
way stronger?
Is
like
there
3
anything
times.
scarier?
What then?
Do you guys still get
plug
out
go-
of it before it starts making the scary
Right away,
sound?
block
fact
your
that you
ears.
think- the fact that you think that I have a bath is beyond me.
You don't have a
Spa,
bath?
whatever.
No, I don't have a bath.
Sorry, you have 3 baths.
I
Yeah.
don't. I don't have
Do you
a
really
bath.
have a bath in your house?
There's a bath in the house. I'm not bathing. No one's bathing.
Oh, you're saying the fact that you...
I don't run a bath.
Okay, but you have
I
a bath.
find the concept of a bath filthy
Okay.
because you're dirty. Do you have a shower before you bath?
No.
So right, you're just sitting in dirty bath water.
Yeah.
And then you get out and you're like, I better dry this filth water off me.
Well, when I have a shower after I bath.
So then what's the point of for relaxation?
Yeah.
Okay, so you
Nice
only
to
go,
sit in
okay.
some warm water.
So why don't you do it in the reverse?
Just sit in some water.
I don't know. I like the shower at the end. I like the shower. I like a shower.
Right.
Plus, I like going from the day into the bath. I know it's kind of gross, but it's like nice to just be go, oh, yeah.
It is gross, but I understand.
It's like, oh, fuck
That's
yeah.
why I didn't get in the.
But it's not like the water gets brown or anything.
But like it might, like not for you, but like I'm sure
For
there's
some
somebody
people.
that gets in the water and it goes all gross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not me, though.
Like imagine going to the gym and going, oh, thank God, getting in the bath.
But if you did have a bath,
Oh,
if you
all right, I'm coming. Get out of here.
so if you were to get in the bath
Yeah.
and you unplugged the plug and it made that scary sound, would you be comfortable being in the bath when that happens?
No, and for only one reason. One time it nipped my bottom when I was a child.
Nipped my
It
bottom.
nipped me bottom.
Has it ever nipped your Ben?
So I used to
No.
You ever been
No.
bottom nipped?
I used to. The tap was on the other side of the plug when I was a child. So to get into the bath and sit in it, you'd have to sit on the plug, well near the plug, because if not, the tap would be like, right, because it's on the edge.
Yep.
And then I was just playing whatever with Action Man. I had a scuba diver Action Man, and I remember repositioning myself in the bath, and the plug came out, and the plug went right on my ass.
Oh, lucky it didn't take your guts out.
Lucky it didn't suck my life through my butthole.
I like that your stories are like, as a child, yeah, my brothers put me in a Tupperware thing and tried to drown me in the Murray River. And then I went to my girlfriend's boat, and her whole family spat in my face. It's like one time I was playing with my G.I. Joe, and the bathtub nipped my bot. And I said, "Mummy, this bathtub's nipping me." And she said, "Well, pop out, Aidan. We'll get rid of that water then."
Well, did you tell her who you are?
I've dropped my solid gold ducky, I believe.
I was playing with my G.I. Joe.
I have bubbles in the bath, and the worst thing is they don't make bubble bath for adults, so I always have to buy kids bubble
Yeah,
bath.
of course they don't.
But I like to get the bubbles going and put it on my head and my beard and all sort of stuff.
You and Ricky Gervais.
As the thing, Beck will walk in and I'll have bubbles all over my head, and every time she comes in and I'm having a bath, I go, "Ben's been in here." That's the thing. I say it every single time.
What's your obsession with us when it's just you and Beck?
What do you
Think
mean?
of my feet. You think of Ben when you're nude. Why do you have to think of us when you got no clothes on?
I just can't help it.
Like, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop.
No. Bubbles, bubbles.
Yeah, I
Ben's
do.
been in here.
That's real weird. Why don't you get a bath bomb?
I don't know.
I don't like the smell.
But that's
Don't they
a
all
good
smell
reason.
different?
Hmm?
Bath bombs. Don't they smell different?
What do you mean?
They all have a different.
Oh,
make
like
that
they all smell different. Yeah, but I guess they all have that like kind of like it's like a powdery kind of.
What did you think I said?
Don't they smell different?
It was just having it was a hard thing to process.
Yeah, okay.
I just didn't get it. Sorry, man.
Yep. Different from the smell that I had?
Yeah. I was like, wait.
They smell different
they smell
to my
different
bath?
to bubbles. Yes, that's what I'm saying, Ben. Ben, obviously, I've said that already.
Don't they all smell different from their air?
It's got that chalky smell, like that smell
haven't
of the
used one in a
like the
while.
body shop.
I've
Remember
never
that?
bombed a bath. I don't know.
I like the idea of bombing a bath, but I also don't.
It's also a little grainy.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't make bubbles, and then there's grains
Isn't
in
that
my.
good for exfoliating? Or
Yeah, it is. But when you've got grains on your asshole, come and talk to me, please.
just think about all those grains getting sucked into the plug right before you sphincter.
If that got my asshole, would I have been delta peed out of my own body?
There's a story. I don't want to horrify anybody, but and it's a real thing.
Delta pooed.
A little girl.
Oh,
The little girl who's like 6 or 7, and she got down at the bottom of the pool where it was a thing, and it sucked her out, and she's still alive, but she's different.
She's inside out now.
Her
like
body's
the
all
end
fucking
of The
different.
Simpsons.
Poor girl. Poor girl. She's what was on the? Oh, when they go over this.
I don't know how I could make it any
Oh, they
clearer.
smell the gas. That's right.
Yeah, and they go inside out.
Yeah. Right.
Oh yes, yep.
I like that episode of The Simpsons.
No, I just took her intestines and guts out.
That's full on.
But
You
she's
know,
alive.
Well, that makes sense because there was a lathe at the bottom of the pool.
but they can come out.
A what?
A
A
lathe.
lathe.
I was playing, so I was on Jesse Tom.
Someone?
Yeah, but I think he said his full name when he was on the thing because we had them on the
Oh,
podcast.
true. Yes. They do
Anyway,
say
I
that.
was on Jesse's podcast on the weekend,
Na wish I was Jesse's podcast.
and we did an alien-based tabletop, and we did that honey bear.
Alien-based
heist or
Predator?
whatever. Like it was Alien. It was based on Alien. It was a really cool experience. But he was saying somebody said, "Oh, what's in here?" And he was like, "Oh, there are tools. There's a workbench. There's something. There's a lathe." And then I disassociated for like a minute, just seeing it. I could just see it again and again and again and again. It was
Is the
so
lathe
bad.
working?
Yeah.
Can we put like a flannel shirt on the xenomorph and then that's easy?
I wish there was a flannel shirt.
The problem is the final shirt was the one where it didn't hurt the guy.
Oh,
Got to put some real work gear
You
on
need
the
to get a
Xenomorph.
fucking like a nylon jumpsuit. You reckon it's nylon? I don't know my fabrics very much, my weaves, but do you think it's nylon?
I don't know. I
Which
don't know my
one's
fabrics
nylon?
either.
Nylon.
All I've
is,
said to you today is I don't know because I really don't know anything.
You do know a bit.
You know who's been in your bath?
That's true.
Ben.
Been in your bath.
Have you been in your bath?
Who do you reckon was in there with Ben, baby?
You think I'm gonna have a bath of my own?
Is there space for two in there?
Well, yes, but it's not comfy.
To what?
People.
Just
Not-
any people.
Not
G.I.
two,
Joes?
Not two full-grown
Two
men.
G.I. Joes, yeah. There's room for one adult male and one G.I. Joe.
I didn't have a G.I. Joe. I have to say, I had an action man who had a button. He was a scuba diver. I had two action men.
He was better.
He had a button on the back, and if you pressed it under the water, he blew bubbles, and it would suck in the bubbles, and then he would thing his legs.
I had the shark people that you got for free from Hungry Jack's.
I don't know them.
They're like shark something
Street Sharks.
street sharks.
Because that was the whole after the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles thing, there was Street Sharks, there was Biker Mice from Mars. It was just like, what animal can we personify and make badass?
Oh yeah.
Just comparing our toys. I had white trash toys.
I had a Dragon Ball Z ones as well, and my cousin. It was when my cousin came down from Queensland, and we were playing with them, and I had a Frieza one, right? A Final Form Frieza, by the way, with the purple dome.
Yep.
Purple head.
Oh, yeah.
White with the purple.
Oh, yeah.
And these fucking feet that were like 4 big toes.
Terrifying.
And my cousin had Vegeta and my other cousin had Goku.
You can think about that to turn yourself off now.
What?
Yeah, instead of my feet.
Frieza's feet.
Frieza's
yeah.
Final Form feet.
So I was playing with those and I left it on the floor and we were watching the Brownlow. I think the Brownlow was on. Anyway, my grandmother got up to get something and was just walking around the house and stepped directly onto Frieza's feet.
Oof.
And they went into her foot. And I've never been in more trouble over not packing my toys
It was
away.
Frieza.
Yeah, it was like, it wasn't even me.
He killed Krillin.
It, like, seriously, he cold-blooded murdered Krillin, and I think
Exploded
maybe
him.
maybe
Spoiler
even
alert.
Yamcha.
I
Probably. Yamcha died all the time. That kind of sucks. But yeah, into her foot, and she screamed, and then she didn't realize what had happened, so she took another 2 steps. And I remember having to go to hospital with my grandmother because she stepped on Frieza. Well, it was like a gash on the bottom in her heel. No, it's like even worse in your heel. You imagine how hard something would have to be to puncture your heel.
That's got to be quite hard.
And you know what the worst part of that story is? So they go to the hospital, and guess how much the bill was? It's over 9,000. Thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure
Has
to
there ever
be.
been a show that jumped the shark quicker than Dragon Ball Z? It's like
Jump the shark.
like the first episode, they're like 9,000. That's crazy, and then the next episode, everyone's 9,000.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to get past. Like at this point in time, they're gods. I think in the current
Goku's
series,
a god.
they're like, there's nothing we can do except make them a god. What are they going to do now?
They'll just become the planets that other things are fighting on.
Maybe,
Restart
yeah.
it. Just restart it.
Just
It was so quick. Even
Also,
as a kid,
by
I
the
was
way,
like,
you
these numbers
think
are irrelevant.
You think that, but if you actually watch it, it's about 40 episodes between anything that happens.
It does take a long fucking time.
I went to rewatch it. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? I went to
No?
rewatch it. Thank
Yes.
you.
Nailed it.
Dragon Ball Z, and it's bad. It's not great. It's not good.
If you watch the one, there's a new one they released called Dragon Ball something,
Ultra.
and it's abridged. They've
Yeah,
pared it down
that's
a little
all right.
bit.
I can
Crazy
deal
they
with
had
that.
to edit down their own show.
Also,
Like,
it's
doesn't matter.
crass,
Doesn't matter.
isn't it?
Episode
It's
doesn't
what?
matter.
Crass.
Is it?
I think they added in back blood and swearing and
No,
stuff.
no, like they're talking about like knickers
Well, I mean, that was always like
and like juices and things.
juices.
Don't they talk about?
You
how,
might
like,
want to clarify what that means
Yeah,
to people
but-
overseas because that's not the word they use, and it
Oh,
sounds like
knickers.
another word.
Underpants. It's underpants.
panties.
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 Panties. Yes.
I remember, it jumped the shark real quick, and then at some point, they skipped over shit that they shouldn't have skipped over so quick,
Yeah.
and just threw it away. I was like, next thing.
Yeah, they have a
and then
tail,
they
by
would
the
spend
way.
like 4 episodes with someone holding a Powerball. I remember like watching
Yeah.
episodes that were building up, like when I think it was Goku fought Frieza the first time.
Yeah.
And he was
bomb.
just like, this
Spirit bomb, baby.
is
Spirit
the
bomb.
thing that's going to destroy the whole planet. And it was like, I would watch an episode and then be like, all right, I'm going to school now. And then the next morning, the same thing would happen. I'd just be like, well, I'm going to do it. He's going to do it. Don't do it. And it'd be like a whole week of school that they wouldn't fucking throw it.
Spirit bomb against Frieza? No, he doesn't Super Saiyan against Frieza. It's a Spirit bomb against Cell.
But he does do a spirit bomb during that. He does a spirit bomb on Namek. On Namek?
Namek? Does he?
Yeah, but I think that's early form thing, but it doesn't work. Or it gets stopped or something.
People of the world, lend me your energy. And then people are like, what?
Can Goku do this thing?
Yeah.
Will it happen? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
You guys watching it before school? Were they still playing it then?
Oh, yeah.
I never
Cheese
watched
TV,
anything.
baby.
I never watched Cheese TV.
How did you watch it?
I watched it on Cartoon Network
yeah.
at like
Good shit.
4:30. Like come home from work. Hard day down at the office.
The Office.
Come home from school, have my toast. I used to have Vegemite toast, not too much butter, just enough Vegemite.
Essential details
Yep.
of the story.
Well, I just had a memory, Ben. Fuck.
Let a brother live a memory.
Let a brother live a memory, man.
Bread.
But seriously, hurry
Sun
up.
blessed.
My bread.
Get to the Dragon Ball Z.
So yeah, just watch it on Cartoon
Wonder
Network
what?
just after Codename Kids Next Door.
Johnny Bravo, bit of Johnny Bravo.
Johnny Bravo was in there. Courage the Cowardly Dog. Then you'd flick over to Disney Channel, watch a bit of that.
Got all
Lizzie
the channels.
McGuire.
Look out. Mummy,
Yes, and I'd have
after
to go.
bath time, maybe watch some more Cartoon Network, please.
Yeah, well, there's nothing really good on Cartoon Network after for a child, is it?
I don't
Turns
know.
into Cartoon Network like After Dark, doesn't it?
Love
It's
that
just
shit.
South Park.
Like Ren and Stimpy and South Park and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like the Angry Beavers.
So fucking gold.
The Angry Beavers is weird, isn't it? And Ren and Stimpy is an odd fucking cartoon.
Rocco's
It's a
Modern Life.
weird time for... Oh,
Rocco's
yeah.
Modern Life. That one I can't remember.
I used to like that one.
Yeah, that's good.
Rocco's.
Rocco was fun to look at.
Oh, and
Oh yeah, Rocco's Modern Life I did watch.
with Heifer.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how happy I was to be talking about Dragon Ball Z just for that patch of time.
I
So
like
you guys are
Dragon Ball
all
Z.
DBZ fans.
Yeah, I'm a big
Oh,
DBZ
yeah.
fan, and I really like pretty much any of the video games made for DBZ. They're always fun.
I
You can ask
only
me
watched.
anything about the like Cell
Saga?
Frieza Boo Saga, that whole like 5-year patch of Dragon Ball Z. I feel like I know that.
How long did it go for?
It's still going. Like they're still making new episodes.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
still on. Oh no,
great.
now it's less episodes and more movies, isn't it?
I'm not sure. There is a show though, isn't there? Like
Do-do-do.
because they did Dragon Ball Z and they did Dragon Ball GT, which was a great idea because then they made Goku a kid again, and it's like, oh, we don't have to peak. We haven't hit our peak.
Yeah,
We can
yeah.
jump
The problem
back.
is that Goku dies all the time, and he's like,
Yeah.
I think now he's just in heaven.
Yeah, he's just a god.
Oh.
He's like, I can't help
Him
you all
and
the time.
him
Fuck
and
you."
Vegeta. But I think it's got a different name. What is it? Dragon Ball.
Ultra, isn't it? Why do I know Dragon Ball Ultra? Why is that a word? That's in my
Dragon
head?
Ball Ultra sounds maybe right.
See, I don't think that's it.
That's
Googling.
one. It's definitely one.
Look up, lady. Look up, lady. Dragon Ball.
The new series, as I'm saying. Anyways, yeah, that's all.
I only
Dragon Ball
remember the
Super.
Super. That's the one.
What's Ultra?
No, that's oh yeah, Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Ultra.
Maybe that's just another one of the movies if they're doing movies. Yeah, I only remember the Goku versus Frieza and the whole I've become a Super Saiyan now. I was like, well, that's peak
Pretty
performance.
fucking
Nice.
cool.
And then I was like, and then I kind of vaguely remembered the giant baby and the lizard guy. Cell was a lizard guy, right?
Cell wasn't a lizard.
Wasn't he? He was green.
He
was
looked like
Oh,
a
he was
lizard.
green.
Kinda
And he used to
looked
like
orange.
he used to like suck people's juices.
You know,
They all. It is a weird thing that like those 3 villains in a row, which were huge patches of like the show,
Yeah.
all did the exact same thing. All had transformations, like 3.
Yes.
Like
they did.
Frieza had 3 transformations. Cell
Yeah.
had 3. Boo had fucking
Frieza has
4 or 5.
4 because he comes back.
Whoa.
Well, Cell has 4 because he does that thing where he gets big and balloony to explode. That was another one. He like goes back to 2, but it's a different version of 2.
Oh yeah, it's that fat one.
Is anyone still listening to this podcast? Right?
No, probably.
There's 2 people who are
probably not.
fucking loving it. Though.
Let's go to the post show. Let's talk about Dragon Ball. Hey, it's GMat here, and don't forget, if you enjoyed that episode of the GMat podcast and you want to hear more, we also have the podcast post show over at patreon.com/the GMat podcast. The post show is a shorter episode recorded directly after the main podcast where we wrap things up and talk about anything we didn't have time to talk about. $3 a month and cancel anytime. We are a community-supported podcast, so your support over there funds the show and makes it easier for us to keep doing what we love. If you want to support us, head over to patreon.com/the GMat podcast.